Almost everyone shares a quiet anxiety about growing older. We worry about losing our memories and the independent thinking that defines who we are. The common assumption is that conditions like dementia or Alzheimer's are the inevitable results of reaching a certain age or inheriting the wrong set of genes. But this timeline shows that cognitive decline isn't a sudden event that begins at 65. The biological process of neurodegeneration is often a silent one, starting decades earlier, during our 40s and 50s. A massive synthesis of recent epidemiological research points to a lifestyle factor that can interrupt this process. It isn't a complex medical procedure, but a specific habit concerning what we eat. Your cognitive health isn't a fixed outcome dictated by DNA. Instead, dietary choices made in midlife serve as a practical defense against future decline. The first tier of this defense is a simple baseline, eating fish just 1 to 2 times a week. This chart compares standard risk levels against those who meet that 1 to 2 serving threshold. For this group, general dementia risk drops by 16 to 20%, while the risk for Alzheimer's disease falls by as much as 25%. This habit specifically supports the brain's processing speed and executive function. It also helps preserve semantic memory, your ability to recall words, meanings, and general knowledge. Other protein sources don't offer the same consistency. While meat has shown some cognitive benefits, high dairy intake carries a complication. In some studies, high consumption categories showed an 11 to 49% higher risk of Parkinson's disease. To see how these nutrients function in midlife, we can look at UK Biobank data of adults aged 40 to 64, focusing specifically on the levels of omega-3 fatty acids in their blood. This matrix shows a powerful interaction. Participants with the highest omega-3 levels saw their risk of early-onset dementia drop by 40%. Remarkably, this low risk level held steady even for those carrying the APOE4 gene, a major genetic risk factor for Alzheimer's. These results suggest that high omega-3 levels create a physiological environment where diet can effectively neutralize a significant genetic predisposition. While 2 servings provide a baseline, the data shows that increasing intake to 4 or more servings a week provides more specific memory protection. This higher dose targets episodic memory, the brain's system for recording and recalling your personal experiences and specific life events. The data shows that high fish consumption slows the decline of episodic memory to a rate that makes the brain function like it's 4 years younger. This protection can be extended even further. A study of 80,000 participants in Japan looked at unique health outcomes associated with a specific way of eating fish common in local markets. This involves consuming small fish entirely whole, including the head, the bones, and the internal organs. This diagram shows the nutritional profile of a whole fish diet. By including the bones and organs, you get a concentrated dose of calcium and vitamin D along with DHA. For women, this combination yielded a hazard ratio of 0.64, representing a 36% reduction in cancer and all-cause mortality. Eating the whole animal ensures that the nutrients usually lost in processing are used to support both bone health and long-term survival. The evidence is clear. The dietary choices you make in your 40s and 50s determine the state of your brain health in your 80s. For most people, the most effective first step is simply ensuring 2 servings of a fatty fish, like salmon or trout, are on the menu each week. If you want to maximize these benefits, especially for women's long-term health, add whole small fish like sardines or anchovies to your routine. Cognitive decline doesn't have to be an inevitable part of your story. By making these adjustments now, you are making a direct, evidence-based investment in your future self.